K Black in the building. Here with a quick video, man. I'm out handling business. I haven't did a video in quite some time. Let's talk about the NBA Finals, man. Giannis Antetokounmpo come to the front of the class. Young man, at this moment, you are in the league of your own. Congratulations to Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm not one of the guys that came out here and say, hey, the Bucks is going to win, the Suns is going to win. None of that. I ain't make no videos about the NBA at all. So I'm not going to come and say that shit. You know, some people, you know, they're going to say, hey, I had them ever since. You know what I mean? It's some flip-flop guys, man. Even the guys that's on that are professional analysts, man. Fucking Phoenix won the first two games, and they thought the Bucks was done for. And you see what happened? The Bucks won 4 straight, man. You know, CP3, props to you, brother, man. You played an awesome series, man. You did your thing and throughout the playoffs, man. You did what you were supposed to do as a player, a fucking veteran. Unfortunately, you didn't win a ring this particular time. I don't know what's going to happen next year. But this, in my opinion, this is Giannis' year, man. He did what he's supposed to do. And last night, the man went like fucking what? 15 from 17, 50 points. Man, come on, man. That man went the fuck off. He really, truly wanted the championship. This is what you're supposed to do when you are a true champion. Phoenix won 2. They won 2. Home court, cool. They went to Phoenix in Game 5, snatched that motherfucker, and they finished like in true fashion, man. It's the death of the super team. I do not want to hear. It was no super team. Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, them motherfuckers ain't no fucking superstars, man. The only superstar on that team is Giannis. I don't want to hear that shit. It wasn't no super team or no big three in no fucking Phoenix either. Devin Booker's a phenomenal player. CP3 is good, but he is not what he once was. Let's just be honest here. The best player on the whole goddamn court was the person who scored 50 points. The guy that's been clowning. Okay? Let's get back to real big man basketball. That's what we need. That's what we're missing. Shout out to Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry. And I'm mentioning them because since they've been in the Splash Brothers, quote unquote, this era of shooting threes out the fucking from half court and shit like that. Damian Leonard and James Harden. Good, phenomenal three-point shooters, man. But it was never like what it is right now, man. People just jack up threes, man. And people try to shit on Giannis for not being an excellent goddamn three-point shooter or an excellent free throw shooter. What big man was? Outside of Dirk Nowitzki and Kevin Durant. For the most part, big men always suffer from the free throw line. That's why they was rim protectors, and that's why they played back to the rim. Back your dumb ass down, dunk on you, lay it up. Sky hook. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar style. We need to get back to that. So quit trying to have this man on a post shooting 3-pointers. If you do make a 3, good. If you do go 15 from 17 like you did, good. But if you know that's not gonna be the status quo for a person of his size, man. It's not gonna happen. People are not gonna be 50% from the field. Okay? Shooting jump shots. 90% from the free throw line. 40% or plus from the depending on the night from the 3-point line. That's not going to happen, man. Everybody not Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's just a phenomenal player. It just shows you, though. I'm keeping short and brief, man, because I'm not no NBA aficionado. I'm not going to act like I am. But one thing I am going to say, you no longer need a super team anymore. You don't need that. You see what happens when the playing field is level? You get teams like Atlanta that advances always almost to the championship. You get teams like the Clippers. You get teams like Milwaukee. Okay? And Phoenix. Milwaukee haven't won since the 70s. Phoenix haven't won. I know they lost in the mid-90s against the Bulls, but they haven't been since then. Atlanta, you know they didn't make it, but they haven't made it that far. The Clippers either. Even though you know, I know a lot of injuries has happened, man. It's part of the NBA and it's fucked up, you know. But if injuries didn't happen, dude, honestly, man, it might have been a fucking Lakers and the Nets probably. It probably been Brooklyn Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers if injuries didn't happen. Because they got a lot of star players, man. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, even if the Lakers didn't have 3, but you got fucking Anthony Davis and LeBron James, man. Yes, that's the championship winning team. That can happen. Harden, you know, Irving and Durant, that's the championship winning team, man. If injuries didn't happen, you don't know what would have happened. But you see what happened, though. You seen what happened when one person can't play and the other one still hurt. Kevin Durant did his thing, man, and he was inches away from going to advancing to the Eastern Conference. He would have been holding up this trophy right now, but it didn't work like that. You can't rely, you know, even the super teams rely on one person more than another. I understand that's the reason why you get together, so if one person have an off night, the other guy can explode, right? Even with the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. You know, if he didn't get hurt, you don't know what would have happened. Just to be honest, man. And I'm not knocking Milwaukee or the Suns, but all I'm trying to say is when the playing field is level, when it's even, anybody has a chance to make it, man. It always has been a superstar, a star, and role players. It never, in a time since this time, has been 3 superstars. Now, we ain't talking about like the Boston Celtics, right? Ray Allen, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. They won in their prime no more, man. Yes, they won the championship. They got together. I knew they was gonna win it too. That's why when I seen LeBron, D Wade, and Bosh get together, I knew for a fact they was gonna win a championship. They should have won all 4, honestly. They should have won all 4. They win all 4 years. Don't get me wrong, but they should have won all 4. You know. When those teams, when Cavaliers and the Warriors played against each other, they went 1-1, right? They got Durant, of course. Durant was the best player on the whole goddamn court. There's no disrespect to LeBron, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, none of them. Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, none of that. But when they played against one another, Kevin Durant was the best player on the court. That's why they won back to back like that, man. And they would have won another one. You know, Toronto would have never won if it wasn't for injuries. But even injuries had to happen, even for Toronto to win, man. You know? I know I just like I'm all over the goddamn place. I'm making a point that when you have an even and level playing field, you'll really see who has the goods and who don't. Devin Booker's a phenomenal player. Got a lot of growth. He's young, just like Giannis. You know, in an even playing field, these guys can go back and forth, back and forth. It could be Phoenix and Milwaukee a couple times, man. Can't nobody say this wasn't no eventful series. Phenomenal series, man. It's not the status quo. But, you know, unfortunately next year, these teams, they're going to get even stronger. They're going to get even more super. It ain't going to be no dynamic duels. You know, even fucking the super team, 3 or more superstars not going to be enough. Not if it come all against Giannis. It's going to be 5 or 6 people on one team in a minute, man. That's how some of these teams are. Even if some of these guys was past their prime and shell over themselves, they were still superstars nonetheless. You know, you get 3 superstars, you get a couple of role players that been superstars. You know, young players that's nice, that could be stars on other teams. Man, and they get together and they merge and become a phenomenal team, man. Nah, dude. I'm glad it happened. I'm glad that it was shook up. And I hope Milwaukee and teams like that, Memphis and Chicago, even though I know Chicago won before back in the day, but I'm talking about teams that don't get looked at no more. But I hope teams like Memphis, Milwaukee, Atlanta, the Phoenix Suns, the Sacramento Kings, I hope teams like that come and flourish, man, and get the opportunity and quit being on the bottom half, man. quit joining together, man. This man, Giannis, put the team on his back, and he fucking won, man. Yes, he had some role players. Yes, he had some people that showed up big. But we know Giannis is the superstar. None of those other guys are superstars, man. I don't care what y'all say. You can't dress it up. It's the truth, man. Congratulations to Giannis Antetokounmpo, man, for winning his first championship, man. And I hope it's many to come. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Milwaukee fan. I'm not even the biggest fan of the motherfucking NBA. But all I'm saying is this. I like what I seen last night. You know, I like what I seen last night. And it gave opportunity to other teams to say, you know what? We can build against one phenomenal player. We get the right amount of role players. We get the right amount of stars around this superstar. And we can become a dynasty without having to team up with motherfuckers, man. He did not team up with nobody. Durant had to do it. LeBron had to do it. It is what it fucking is in this era of super team. Giannis just did it without it. What y'all gonna say about that? MVP. You know? Champion. Finals MVP. What you gonna say now, man? What y'all are going to say? What excuse are you going to make now? It's none, man. You don't need no fucking super team to win a championship. You never fucking did. Man, you stay loyal to the story. I remember when that man renewed his contract, many people thought he wasn't gonna win shit. Right? I ain't gonna lie, myself included. I was like, man, he's a good player. He might need to. But I'm glad that he seen the vision. I'm glad he seen the vision, man. And now now he's a champion. And he's young too. And like I said, they don't team up and gang up on him. Honestly, you know, and Milwaukee is a small market too. Honestly, bro, the dude can win a lot, man, because he's young, bro. This can be his era, man. You know, in my opinion, right now, this man's a champion, man. You know, some people might be like, this is spur of the moment, or you know, living in the moment or whatever. But in my opinion, right now, the man is the face of the NBA. This is my opinion. I don't care what nobody says. No shot on Durant or LeBron. They always use those two interchangeably. You know, in my opinion. But in my opinion, hey, man. He the face of the NBA, man. K Black.